Dear brothers, I am Adama. Today we are going to comment on Chapter 4 of Book 3 of Telos. In this chapter Aurelia opens her heart about so many doubts that she still felt in her heart. I'm not going to comment on Aurelia's doubts here. The goal is to remind each of you to look within yourself. You were accustomed, guided and led to create routines for survival, to remain in this dimension. You have to wake up, get ready, work, take care of the house, take care of the children, take care of the family. Nothing can go wrong. Nothing can have a defect. Some of you take these routines lightly, but many give themselves to them as a life goal, and if something goes wrong, it becomes eternal despair. They even break their own balance. I would like each of you to look at your heart and ask a single question: am I doing this task on automatic, or am I doing it because my heart asks? I believe many of you are already answering, we do it automatically. And why does it need to be like this? Why does it need to be something to be repeated line by line, daily? Why? Why did someone teach you? Why did someone impose it on you? Why did society want it that way? So I ask a new question again, and what does your heart say? And I will answer for you. Most of you will answer, that the heart has nothing to do with it. And when you hear him, he is very upset. What is ascension to the fifth dimension? It's freeing yourself from ties. Free yourself from beliefs. Free yourself from routines. Free yourself from standards. The ego loves patterns, it loves never broken routines. And why? Because it's comfortable for him. He knows the beginning, middle, and end of that process. So he's satisfied, he doesn't mind. If you break a routine, break a pattern, the ego gets lost, and then it starts to get into your mind, you won't make it. This path is not the right one. Why did you change? It will be worse, it will not be better, and you end up believing it, because he screams so much that you stop trying to change. So I launch a challenge here for each of you. Change your routines, break your patterns. Inside your homes, you are in charge. I also understand that there are partners who do not agree, who do not accept, who need to continue the standards. Then you will have a second task to do: change, break your patterns, but do not provoke the anger of those around you. You will have to learn to go slowly, but keep changing. The answers are very interesting. I can't change jobs. I can't change my family. I can't change who I have around me. And I answer, why can't you change jobs? Did you search with your heart for something better for you, or are you just trapped by finances? The moment you open your heart and allow yourself to receive what the universe has to give you, I guarantee you that another job will appear, and it will be very good for your heart. You can't change your family. And I ask him, why not? Do you prefer to carry disharmony and imbalance, because you need to maintain a family, or who knows, maybe you can change and start to love this family even more? Everything is rules. Everything is patterns. In which you were taught that you need to live together at any cost, even bringing suffering and disharmony. Who is it good for? It's not good for anyone. Understand, you really can't change who is around you, because everyone has their own trajectory and has their own personal ego, but I guarantee you, that if you change, it may even bother you at first, but you will be doing what your heart asks for. And if those people don't accept your change, it's something you need to think about. You can't try to change people, but you can be an example to people. You can present new arguments, but without discussion, just showing what you are able to absorb and gain from your change of attitude. Each of you is part of the whole. A drop does not just reach the place where it falls, it spreads, it causes a movement. So be a drop. Start listening to your heart. Get out of the rules. Get out of the patterns. Of course, within the world you live in, there are some rules that cannot be broken. So let only those who can block you. Just these. The ones you can't go against. These are the rules of your world. So these you don't have much of a choice. Now the rules imposed by society, by customs, by habits, are good for who? For those who created you, to always keep you inside the cocoons, so that you never stick your head outside. Because on the outside you have freedom, you have love, and you have the happiness of listening to your heart, not what is imposed on you. Don't confuse freedom with mess or disorder. Freedom is doing things without rules, without standards, and if you affirm with each repetitive task, I will break this rule, for something that is good for my heart. Memorize this phrase, and with each thing you find yourself repeating, because it is a rule, affirm these words, but affirm them from the heart. And I guarantee you that you will begin to attract new possibilities, new paths, which will certainly bring you more joy, less tiredness, less routine. My brothers, it is the heart that needs to command your paths, not the mind. The mind brought you here. The mind filled you with judgments, rules, which today no longer serve you, can no longer be part of your souls, your minds. Do you want to ascend? So start listening to your heart. Break the patterns. Break any rules that can be broken. Look at everything with love. See things on the positive side. Even in major disasters there is always a positive side. For those who are in the middle of the problem, they cannot see this positive side, because they only look at the suffering, the pain. But there is a lesson there, and for us it is a positive side, it is a moment of evolution, it is a moment of learning. When someone mentions something negative, put the positive side. Break that energy, don't continue the subject. Break the energy emanated by that person, and if it was you who emanated it, do the same thing. Always look at everything from the positive side. Send positive words. Don't comment the negative. Your world is now full of negative things for you to comment on, focus on, not the positive. As we have said, the mass is boiling, because the limit has reached them. So they need to make your world a boiling cauldron, so that you only comment on the heat and pain of the boiling. But your world is not that cauldron. Your world is much bigger than that. So look at your world with love. Always see the positive side. You want to ascend, we know you do, so start changing. So that the change is light, easy. Because there will come a time when you will need to rise, and the lesson can be very painful, very painful. Don't let your lessons be heavy. Minimize the force of the lessons. As looking at everything with love, breaking patterns and the rules that can be broken. Make yourselves happy. Forget the others. Don't live in dependence on others. The others are the others, and they have their own path. If they judge you, it will be their problem, not yours. Follow the path of your heart and you will certainly be able to raise your vibration quickly.